Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our next, after a hiatus, sentence pattern video, breaking into the sentence, the rudeness of bovines. Remembering before the break we had, the couple of Mondays off, we remember simple sentences and the variations of them. A simple sentence, of course, expresses one idea. They can have modifiers, adjectives, prepositional phrases. Sometimes they'll have compound subjects, sometimes they'll have compound verbs. Regardless, a simple sentence expresses one idea. We also learned about compound sentences, and we know different ways to connect ideas together. We learned about the comma and conjunction. We learned about the semicolon, and we learned about the colon. And most recently, we learned about a complex sentence. And the complex sentence we learned were about introductory words, phrases, and clauses. Today we're going to learn about another complex sentence. But before we get to that, a joke. The interrupting cow. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Interrupting cow.
Interrupting cow. Oh.
What a rude cow. Why was that cow relevant? Think of this pattern as an interrupting cow adding information into the sentence. We're going to look at the pattern first, and then we'll go more closely examine this rude bovine. So here's the pattern. Make sure you get this written down. We have a subject. We have a modifier separating the subject and verb, separated off by commas. That's the interrupting cow, that modifier. Let's look at an example. Bob Ross taught me all I know about painting. That's a simple sentence. We have a subject, verb, object, etc. But the cow wants to add this information about Bob Ross. He wants to tell us that he is a man with great hair. So what do? First, we find our subject, Bob Ross. We find our verb, taught. And we separate them. Whoop! We add our modifier between, and then we slap down those commas. Those commas are really important because this cow may have mad cow disease, and we want to contain it so that disease doesn't spread. Right? And if you look, we see that Bob Ross, comma, a man with great hair, comma, taught me all I know about painting. That exactly fits the pattern. Let's check out a few more examples here. My friend Erica, a brassy girl, goes cow tipping with me every weekend. The cow, an Australian milking zebu, doesn't budge even when Erica shoves with all her might. Erica, who wants to kill all the cows, goes home sad and hungry. A couple things I want to point out about these three sentences. The first is in this last one with Erica. It's a tricky case of subject-verb agreement. So if you notice, Erica is the subject, goes home is the verb, but cows is a noun that happens to be right in front of the verb of that sentence. You need to make sure that your verb, whatever you choose, agrees with the subject at the beginning of this sentence in this pattern. Also, all of these interrupting cows, what they do is they serve to describe the subject. They're an adjective describing the subject. They're what's known as appositive phrases. So make sure that your modifiers or your interrupting cows are describing. Now, it's your turn to practice. What I want you to do is write 5 interrupting cow sentences about your favorite animal or animals. Be sure you are mindful of subject-verb agreement when the Out! Out, damn cow! I'm teaching! Screw it.